Absolutely there is no doubt in my mind. I'm certain, as certain you can be of anything. A short, small man, 5'3", under 5'4", even a little bit taller than that. If he has no appearance and no personality, his proportions are lousy. We evaluate the countenance, that's the facial features, that's your personality, my friend. We evaluate the teeth. Does he have a malocclusion like me? That's your smile. The face round, moon face. This is E.T. Big, large, gross features. Projected head, short neck, bad proportions. He begins with that. It's so vital that you catch him when he's young. And whatever it takes, force that adolescent or whoever it is to start training hard. You must instill the habit of training. That's his lifeblood. That's everything. Getting himself in tremendous physical shape. Drive iron. Do a lot of other sports for flexibility. Punching power, grabbing. Brute strength is everything. Everything. That's your confidence. That's your presence. And this goes 10 times if there's a short man like me. To be short is to be small. To be small is to be not recognized. To be not recognized is not to be credible and to be given respect just to start with. He's got to fight for his very presence. It's a unique problem. That's pandemic with a short, small man. And I'm addressing that issue. He's got to build. There's no other way around. His survival depends on it. His survival depends on building his body very strong. His survival depends on not being embarrassable, not being sensitive to anything. His survival depends on not being to be bait proof. He can't be baited. His survival depends on having a powerful, street smart being, body, ego, and consciousness. The body ego that obeys the conscious decisions, they have to be synchronized. So the unnatural has to be trained in him to be the natural. In other words, it's natural for the short, small man to accept upon himself society's judgment of him as a needed shorty with no appearance and no personality, not respected, not given significant attention in a room, being bullied and intimidated, and believing his only capacity to survive, his only chance is to latch on and see if he can pick up some of the vacuum from the so-called big guy who's taller, more muscular, whatever, better head of hair, and a sweet personality. And that's the biggest mistake he makes. He's selling his soul. He's making the worst Faustian deal you could possibly make, because these cool guys are the complete narcissist, megalomaniac, and psychopath in their completion. Now, there's variations of that, but you got a pure cool guy. He fits that description. He's a psychopath and he's a narcissist at the same time, but he's incredibly charming. These fellas know what to say, what to do, how to position themselves, and how to get around any woman. They can get past anything. Me Too doesn't affect them. It affects a man like me, the short, small man. It affects us because we're going to get rejected and judged much harder. We can be indicted. A little shorty can be indicted just for what he's thinking about. Where he watches cool guy get away with everything. And then the cool guy rubs it into the shorty face. What's the shorty gonna do? Shorty's looking for a good locker room story that he can embellish in his mind and pretend he's having the experience. He's listening for whatever material he can get from the cool guy to build a fantasy around, to build a soap opera around, to build a hope around. Then when he trains, he's listening to all kinds of baloney advice, malarkey, about how to train. It doesn't fit his specific physical requirements. He doesn't know how to self-assess. He doesn't know how to look at himself realistically at what he sees in the mirror. And he tries ridiculously and foolishly and to his disadvantage to compare himself to the cool guy. Then he tries to get talisman, fetish clothes, like the cool guy wears, and see if some of the cool guy's success socially with the women, etc., can rub off on him. See if he can glean it from the cool guy. Then he picks up the cool guy's quirks and tries to imitate cool guy quirk and see if it can rub off on him. Then he's searching around for the formula, for the perfect formula, how he can approach the women. Let's talk about them in this case. Successfully. There must be a formula. There must be something that's durable, predictable, and that's universal, that will work. That will work predictably. Of course, there's no such thing. But he's chasing that dream. He's chasing any dream he can. And he's also falling victim to all the gurus out there. All the slick marketers. He's falling for every marketing scheme. They get him on everything. Because he wants to cut corners. But he wants to also procrastinate and stay safe and secure. And above all, he wants to do absolutely nothing to denigrate the fantasies of delusions of grandeur and hope for the future and an entitlement and fairness and altruism and compassion. He's hoping for that. He's hanging his hat on that, that illusion. He's hanging his hat on that illusion. He's pinning his hopes to a rainbow and hoping when he gets to the end there'll be a pot of gold. The pot of gold won't be a mirage. He's looking for hope anywhere he can get it. Anyone that can give him some encouragement, even if it's phony encouragement, he'll buy it. He'll buy it. They love to mock the little shorty. Yes, you can, shorty. You can do it. Yes, you can. Women love to do this. You can do it. Come on, you can. And they'll smile at him. They'll encourage him. And then they laugh like hell behind his back. I'm absolutely certain of it. I've walked that path. Walk a mile in my shoe and you'll understand what I'm saying. I've walked that path. Notice how serious I am. Now, most people, when I bring a subject like this up and talk about it, they laugh. Oh, the big joke. Ha, 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 ha. It's not happening to the cool guy. That's why he's laughing. If I had the power in my body, I'd beat that cool guy down to his knees and see how much he laughed then. See how much he laughed when he's looking up at me on the ground, kissing concrete. See how much he'll laugh then, smiling boy. They love to laugh at some poor guy really having a rough time out there. Oh, they love to laugh. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Big joke. Big joke. Ask the bagel boss. Ask that guy if it's a joke. He knows what's happening. He knows what it's like. And they love to bait the small guy. They love to get him all fire him up. And then hold him off and let him just punch the air. And then smash him down in front of everybody to embarrass. Put him in pillory. Put him in pillory and laugh at him. Put him in a cage. And do all kinds of behaviors that a Pence would frown on, would condemn, and even a Trump now newly reborn would condemn and blame it all on the little shorty. He gets blamed for everything. The little short guy. What a fall guy. What a patsy. What a victim. Get what I'm talking about? I'm the only one who has the cojones in the right place to talk about a subject like this and look it right in its face and look at the objective facts. You've got to look in the mirror. You've got to look around you. You've got to learn how to listen to yourself and to observe, 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 observe. Pay attention. Give a running commentary to show that you know what's going on. Recreate what happened. Get perspective. Get balance. Get at least academic power over the situation. You're not going to get integrity on the situation because you don't have a body to back up the academic power. You have no cobra to back up the chameleon. The academic power could be a good chameleon, could be a good argument for chameleon, and a good argument for strategies to mitigate and walk the mistakes back. But you have no power to enforce it in your body. You're weak, you're pukey, you're puny. Anybody can stomp on the short, small man. You're a pure victim. How does it feel? How does it feel like to... What does it feel like to be a victim, my friend? It's at the gut level. We're going to the gut. What does it feel like to be a pure victim?